Hey, it's Aaron, the Metal Theologian. So when I start the thing, the color adjusts in some weird way. But, I forgot to start my music here, too. So this is kind of awesome, actually. I got a little note from a Soul Grinder saying, it's cool to use our music, basically. Like, we took the copyright shit off so I can do it without whatever. So I was like, okay, extra hype, man. You fucking got it. I love this band anyway. Soul Grinder. I kind of spent a lot of time talking about them. This is their first demo, Terra Flesh, and it's great. You can still get a CD of it, but of course, you know, if you watch me, you know. So, it's been a while since I talked about sodas very much, but I kind of been on a little bit of a kick. Partially because I went to Alabama and neglected to buy grape Cola. I've been kicking myself in the ass, but I found this locally. It's a Ponchatoula Pop Rouge by the Swamp Pop Company. And I had to grab this thing because I don't know how closely anyone's actually keeping track, but the Swamp Pop Cola was one of my very favorite colas out of all the ones that I tried back when I did this shit a little bit more formally. God damn it, hang on. The mounted bottle opener, but doesn't mean you can always get to it, right? So anyway, I have high hopes for this thing. I'm not the biggest like strawberry soda connoisseur. I like the shit just fine, don't get me wrong, but I'm not like, oh my god, my strawberry soda. You know, it's more like, yeah, it's some good shit. I'll take one of those, but I don't necessarily think of it when I'm at the store buying Cokes, you know? The Noble Cane Cola they did is maybe my favorite cola. And the praline pecan, like, cream soda they have, or the praline cream soda, awesome. I almost got some. Actually, I might have gotten some, I don't remember. But here goes. I've never had this one before, so we're going to try it. It's very good. It's really good, but it's kind of ordinary. You know what I mean? It's like, it just tastes like a nice strawberry soda, but it isn't any better than like Welch's or Crush or anything like that, you know? It's more like, it's good strawberry soda. Which is a little bit of a bummer, but, you know, I'm not going to complain. I got two of these, not going to drink them. Actually, strawberries are the official state fruit of Louisiana. Is that true? But it's no wonder since Ponchatoula, Louisiana is the strawberry capital of the world. You gotta love that logic right there. So, and then it says, Swamp Pop Ponchatoula Pop Rouge pays tribute to the celebrated fruit at its sweet, juicy, fresh-picked peak. Contains no fruit juice. You gotta love it. I say fuck fruit juice. Who needs that shit anyway? So, kind of got a couple things. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of weak on topics these days. Long story, but, you know, one thing that really struck me is, like, I have a big pile of shit pulled out right now from, like, other videos I've watched, or people I've talked with, or just other things where, like, you know, got a little bit of influence going on, like, based on Guy Wee's channel, who, recently got a copy of the first Credo record, or actually I think it's the only Credo record, but the Russian band, excuse me, Swamp Pop, putting the pop in it, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, he was talking about a few Russian records, and so I pulled some of them out. He was talking about this one being a really great one. And he said, man, this is a really cool record. It's going to stay out here for a little while because it rocks, it has some kind of corny parts, but I don't care, I'm okay with some corny parts. I feel like I'm still missing some with this though, you know what I mean? But that's it, this has just like a really cool rockin' sound aria, it's just like straight ahead, a little bit Motorhead-ish, but not really Motorhead-ish, you know? Just kind of has some of that drive going on, and it just sounds honest, you know what I mean? There's some corny parts. That's probably this guy playing the keyboards on the record, you see that shit? With an excellent mustache, by the way. I mean, you know, it's not the greatest. Well, it's the best one on this record cover, though. So anyway, Aria is really good. And this record's cheap, too. Yeah, I also pulled this one out because this is a band that was sort of related to Credo, but I haven't even played this yet. It's just kind of sitting around. I don't know if anyone watches Johnny Hawk, but it's on account of him that I even own this record. And, I've never been much of an Aerosmith fan, but I pulled this out because, I don't know, just had a little bit of hankering to listen to some of these older bands that I've kind of missed in the past, which is also why I grabbed this, actually, the shop when I was out of town the other day. And it's funny, it's like I had the same sort of like, oh shit, Ted Nugent. I always thought he fucking played too much. Like there was too much of his records were just soloing, you know what I mean? I always kind of put him in the same bucket with Joe Satriani and shit like that. And, his personality didn't necessarily help as far as like winning me over to his records. But I don't know, ever since I heard Henry Rollins talking about how much he loved these records and shit, but mostly Scott, keeping it sort of in the front of my mind because he generally has good taste. I'm like, so what am I missing, I actually kind of love this record. This one kind of hit me more than any of the other ones I've heard. It just has more of the sort of, like the long, it has like the soloing and stuff, but it's like long and jammy stuff with like a lot of space and shit. And it just doesn't feel like someone just like noodling around like he's done on other records, So, yeah, I dug that record more than I expected to. So, if anyone watches, remembers Mr. Stavros, Spinning Greek, after I did the video where I talked about coal mine stuff, I talked about how that Oregon record just sounded kind of, it was good but not special. He was like, oh yeah, but the earlier ones are, man, you gotta check this shit out. You're like, fucking, freaking out. So I grabbed this one, the Killian 4. And this is indeed fantastic, as is the Bone Chapel. It's so good. There's like funky shit though. It's like really heavy. This newer stuff, it's like, I don't know, I kind of talked about this last time. I don't want to repeat myself too much, but I feel like it's funk with a lot more sort of rock absorbed into itself. Both here and like a Delve on Lamar and some of this other stuff. But I'm just digging the fuck out of it. And then here's another one. I haven't played this one yet either, but this is all Renee. I went back and watched an old video of his on Argentine bands, and he was talking about Orcus. So there's a reissue I went and grabbed. Actually, I haven't even cracked it yet, but I'll talk about it soon. Point is, if you watch these videos and you feel like, oh my god, it's just like a big shopping list, we all suffer from the same fucking thing, So. Alright, so one other little housekeeping thing. I told Giwi that there was a particular record I was going to show my next one. So this is Grand Bite. Just let that name sink in for a second. Grand Bite from Venezuela. Al Borde del Precipicio. I forgive my shitty Spanish, but... Now, speaking of shitty, look at how awesome these fucking outfits are, okay? By the way, this is a really cool record, too. It has some kind of hard rock moves to it, some sort of, which is, what it really means is some sort of new wave of British heavy metal sound to a certain degree, as far as, like, sort of the level of kind of amateurishness, but also the, just the level of heaviness in the songs, I suppose. I love this, though, man. I fucking played this several times. Look at this guy, this fucking loincloth and no pants. Hell yeah, man. And that fucking thing? Dude, I would wear that outfit to work. Absolutely. No mustaches, but if you're gonna wear something fucking... I wouldn't have the balls to wear the loincloth, but like that... Oh shit, yeah, absolutely. Oh, also, hey, you know what's really special about this? I have other records that are signed, but I don't think I have any others with a dedication in Spanish. So yeah. Anyway, really cool record. And, shit from South America is never easy to find. For the most part. Related to the Nugent and the other stuff, actually, I pull out the Grand Funk records. Same deal. I think I'm kind of enjoying this shit more than I ever have before, because I never really got my head around this band. I think this band has two big strikes. There was one, which I've always kind of been aware of, which the production is so shitty on these records. Like, you can hear that it's really heavier, that it's played heavy and shit, but it just doesn't come through the grooves because everything's turned down so low, you know? You know what this record really reminds me of more than anything? It's kind of backwards, but actually Randy Holden, that record Population 2, if you have that. And you can take from what you want from the fact that I compared Grand Funk to Randy Holden rather than the other way around, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I think this is probably my favorite one. Closer to Home is the one that gets more talk, I think. But I just like that red one more. And this one, and part of why is the other sort of drawback of these guys, I think, is that they just sound so dated. And I'm Your Captain on this one really kind of exemplifies that more than anything. The way, like, the vocals are with, like, the long sort of Hey Jude-ish outro or whatever. I mean, this really sounds like a boomer band, you know what I'm saying? But I like the red one a lot. Well, the other one isn't bad, you know, it's just... You listen to those and you can hear why Sabbath continues to be so influential. Whereas you go back and you read magazine articles from like 1971 and people are blown away by Grand Funk. But Grand Funk just hasn't stood the test of time in the same way, you know what I'm saying? Doesn't mean the records aren't fun, but they're not great in the same way, you know? I'll talk about that one later. Alright, cool, so here's a little story. So compilations are great, you know? A lot of times you get the best shit, especially like samplers. You know, like a one-band compilation I don't really give a crap about, but, you know, when there's a cross-section, sometimes you find the best stuff. So some of these records are like... I really like metal comps, by the way. But, the reason why is, especially when I got into, like, the new album and shit, you know, I started to find that all the best shit was on 45s and on comps. You know, the LPs weren't really as good. It tended to be, well, I've talked about this a shitload of times. So I like to go for comps that have, like, unreleased shit on them, but every once in a while there's one where it just sort of, I see it around enough and kind of tempts me, and it kind of does that over and over, and it might just be a good comp, and this falls into that category, okay? The steel craze. Everyone lived in San Francisco. There was a copy of Amoeba that hung around for a long time, and I don't remember exactly where this one came from. It wasn't there, but Beck had me a few times too, and I was like, oh, well, what the hell? So this is really kind of a weird mishmash, right? There's the Rods. It has Twisted Sister, which I'll Never Grow Up, actually, which is kind of cool. It's like an early version of that. Yeah, Stampede, Anvil, you know, a Geordie song with Brian Johnson, because they're trying to milk that shit right after he joined AC/DC, right? Praying Mantis, Crocus, Lautrec, Girls' School. You know, a little bit ordinary, but like a lot of cool songs are just sort of fun to listen to. But the one thing that always jumped out at me on this was Starfighters. Because I've never seen those fucking Starfighters records around. And that just looked like some corny ass shit. I was like, these guys look like they gotta be like Journey or something like that. So I finally got this thing, and I put it on. I saw there was a Starfighters song, and I was like, okay, well, so at least one of these songs is gonna really suck. So I put it on, I'm sort of kicking back, and I'm waiting for the really shitty song, right? Because I don't know every song on here. So, yeah, after a while I noticed, yeah, there was never a shitty song on that, so, okay. Listen to it again, kind of go through that a couple times, and finally, like, man, that Starfighter song maybe isn't so bad, so, like, I don't know, I had a moment of weakness, because this is still, like, kind of a wimpy band in my book, but, like, I mean, look at this, okay? This is the real rationale. I'm going to show this front cover. Like, it's not good, okay? But it's not terrible. But look at these motherfuckers. Look at that shit. They look like the Romantics. You know? I don't know how many times I saw this and I was like, yeah, no. And it's on Arista, so none of that, like, Metal Blade appeal or anything. Look at this shit, though. It turns out, I don't know, man, this is a really kind of cool, like, has kind of an AC/DC-ish vibe to it, you know what I mean? Kind of that shuffle, that boogie kind of thing going on. It's not anywhere near as good as AC/DC, but you know something, man? It's a pretty cool rockin' record. It's nowhere near as wimpy as I expected it to be. It isn't really wimpy at all. It just isn't as tough as shit that was coming out a couple of years later. You know, this is 81 after all. So what I would say is that if you have the AC/DC records and you want some more of that kind of sound, you get the first Rose Tattoo record. Once you have the first Rose Tattoo record, I would probably get this one before I got any of those Status Quo records. Although there are a couple that I'd want to listen to again before sort of saying that definitively. But as far as that sort of vibe and that kind of like boogie business, man, this really isn't too bad. So also forget about what they look like. In fact, yeah. So that was sort of one of the little surprises of late. I can't believe how much I've been enjoying this record. Yeah. Sort of at the other end of the spectrum, actually. I got this one at the same time as I got the Ted Nugent one. This is another one I'd seen around a lot, but I never bit. I don't know, somehow in my head they got lumped in with the other Primal Scream, the one that was like really successful, and I don't know, I didn't really realize until a lot later that there was two different bands when I saw these things around the record store at the same time when the other Primal Scream was like big and shit a long time ago. Yeah, so this just sort of turned up, and I was like, well, okay, I'll give it a shot. And, you know, it's not tremendous. But it's fun, man. It's rockin', it's, you know, it's pretty good. It's, enjoyable. It's not the second coming of Creator. Now, they're Americans, maybe that's not the best example. Testament, you know, would be a better example. Slayer isn't fair, I wouldn't bring that up, but it's kind of heading in that direction from a heaviness standpoint. Like, comparing it to, like, Megadeth would be misplaced, you know what I mean? It just doesn't have that kind of sound at all, so... Yeah, so it's a pretty good record. I was thinking I'd probably like this about as much as I like the Realm record. Which actually means, though, that the Realm record is better. Because the Realm record has a cover of Eleanor Rigby on it, and that automatically brings the record down a couple points. Like, that's just a fucking always... I don't know why you would do that. I was actually looking at a shop the other day. I have a rule, I won't buy records with Eleanor Rigby covers. And there's one I had in my hands to shop, like some funk record or something. I was like, oh, wait, no, if they're doing that song, fucking goes back, right? So, that said, if this is just as good as the fucking Eleanor Rigby record, the Realm record, then the Realm record's actually better because this one doesn't have that deduction taken off the top, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man, take from that what you will. I'm full of shit anyway, I'm just telling stories. What else is in here? Let's see. Try not to show the same shit twice either. I've been listening to a lot of the same records over, you know. Since I'm working from home these days, fortunate enough to be able to work from home, I should say. I've been listening to more records than ever, but I've been listening to a lot of kind of the same ones. I deliberately, you know, to sort of sit and really take some of these in, you know what I mean? Records like this, you know, which I never really listened to before, but this is a heavy fucking record, you know. It's almost more like brass rock than funk, but it's just not corny and like boomer the way brass rock always was. There's something about brass rock that always just kind of, it always kind of left a little bit of a bad taste in your mouth. You know, it's like, oh, I don't know, I'm working on some really dumb analogy here about like a sausage with too much liver content and you start going, that's pretty good, and then it's like, kind of, but I don't know, man. It would have been stupid. This is a good record anyway. It's fucking great, in fact. And I'm not done playing it, so. I feel like this video is a little bit more scattered than usual, but you know something? So am I. Here, let's show a couple more metal ones. There are a couple here that I haven't shown yet that I was playing before. A couple more comps, actually. The Pacific Metal Collection. I think I just cracked this one, in fact. One of those I grabbed and sort of put aside so I was ready. Good package. I don't know, man. I don't know if I really listened to this enough to talk about it, so just forget it. I'll show it anyway. This one was fantastic. This is like better than I expected it to be. And I pulled this one out. I've had this for I don't even know how long, but somehow this just always kind of slipped through the cracks. Being a little bit of a later neat at being 1982, right? It just, I don't know, man. It just never really grabbed me so much, but it's fucking really great. Like when I actually put the thing on, I go, damn, that's good, you know? So, what I'm going to put a little bit of Grand Bite here. Because I hyped these guys so hard. Let's just fucking do it, man. Let's put our money where our mouth is. Oh, it's actually, we're already 20 minutes in, so I'm about done anyway. I'm almost done with my, my soda here too, so. Alright, this is Grand Bite. This is what metal was like in Venezuela in, hang on, let me check what year. 85. Not necessarily as far behind as you might expect. I mean, it takes a while for shit to get done there, especially before the internet, you know? So these guys knew what was happening. Fucking Grand Bite, man. So since I've kind of been in the mood for some wimpier shit, this is like one of my favorite wimpy records right here. The Rock City record. And I kind of wish it were easier to find, you know what I mean? But yeah, they're so wimpy. They're even Canadian, you know? Canada's newest and most dynamic rock group. Look at that shit. That's cool old Private Press. It's a really cool record, though, man. It's just 4 songs, and the songs are really good. And, you know, it's really not that wimpy, but it's not super heavy or anything. And it's just cool. I might have played it on a video before. I don't know. I actually played this one, like, kind of a lot. Heavy Righteous Metal, man. I don't know, but, like, almost every song on this is great. It's fucking pure metal comp. It starts off right with Little Messiah Prophet. And the song is just well picked. Like, a lot of Tempest, I think, is kind of a little too saccharine, you know what I mean? But this song right there, that's great. Metal Mission. Daniel Band is cool. Yeah, man, totally. The White Cross song isn't bad either. I always got the impression they were kind of wimpier than they sound on here, but it's the heaviest thing ever, mind you. But it's definitely metal, you know? And again, it's definitely enjoyable, man. That's what I care about, is my fucking laughs. Yeah, here's another one I pulled out that was kind of wimpy, but this one really kind of sucks. Like, it has that kind of cool Private Press look to it and shit, but, you know, and there they are, and it's all, you know, kind of obscure looking and awesome, but it's just not very good, man. The song's just kind of crap. There's way too much synth on it. So, yeah, you can tell why Flynn didn't make the big time, you know? You know I'll hype the shit out of an obscure band if I think they deserve it, you know? Get me started on Raven Bitch. I mean, how many fucking times have I hyped Raven Bitch on this channel? It's one of the fucking greatest records of ever, you know? But Flynn, not in the same category, man. I hate to say it, but not even close. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's probably about it. I'm just going to throw one more out there, because this is one last one that I just kind of rediscovered. It's off on a tangent, but since I've been listening to a lot of funk, I pulled this out again. I got this a long time ago for like nothing at Rasputin's or somewhere. I was kind of just snapping up all the jazz I could find before people started buying more and the prices started going up. And I just thought this was kind of like boring. It sounded like just sort of like some of the other shit that our Freddie Hubbard started going off and doing. Well, that's not true. Because the Brad 70s Freddie Hubbard was smooth jazz. This isn't smooth jazz. I just thought this was boring. But I put it on the other day, and it's great. It's just, it has more R&B shit going on. It's more of a soul record. But if you're listening to soul jazz, like this, as I have been, Don Wilkerson, who's fucking great. If you're listening to shit like this Freddie Hubbard record is A-OK. So there we go. I guess that's my last word for the night. Profound. Just fucking around. You know, somebody hit my thing either. Check this out. My fucking e-cigarette. I'm finally down to 0 nicotine pretty consistently, so now I'm finding out, like, forget about it more often, you know? I'll be like, oh shit, it's been a couple hours and I haven't had it, because it's just, like, the motions. I don't know, man, it's taken me fucking 15 years or something to quit, but I think I'm almost there. Cool. Alright. Not really much of a statement about my willpower, but I've never claimed that I'm, like, the picture of, well, willpower. Alright. Thanks for watching. Take care, everyone.